guys, welcome back to my channel. So one, I just want to say that my nails look like crap. I peeled them. Look at how awful that is. I always peel them the day before I know I'm gonna get my nails done. I peeled them today, and so I'm either gonna go get my nails done this evening or I'm gonna go get my nails done tomorrow. And I don't know why I'm like a weirdo when it comes to that. I would rather peel them and them tell me, don't peel your nails ever again. Don't do that, it's so bad. I would much rather do that than sit there for that extra 5-10 minutes while they soak them off. And I don't know, there's something about that alcohol stuff sitting on my fingers. I just don't like it. I don't know why. I just don't like it. So I always peel my nails off. So they look horrible, and I filmed 2 other videos today to see, today. And so they just look horrible, so I'm sorry. So excuse my nails in this video and excuse my nails in the 2 other videos that I posted, and I probably didn't acknowledge my ugly nails. But anyways, so let me go ahead and get started. Today's video is going to be, well, one, it's a very, very highly requested video. I get tons of questions about this all the time, and it is Speedy and Base Shaper Organizer. Should I or shouldn't I? And I've done it, been there, done it, don't do it anymore, and I will explain why. Okay, so let's go ahead and get started. This is my Speedy 30 a bean. All my Speedies are 30 size, and I just figured I would show you this one because I actually bought this specific organizer, Base Shaper, for this specific bag. And so I know that you guys, this particular bag I bought, I don't know, 3-4 months ago, but really I bought this bag 3 years ago, and I've had this bag for a really long time. I sold it a few months ago, regretted it, and within a couple of weeks I turned around and with that same money I bought it again. And so even though this particular bag is new to me, I'm very, very, very familiar with this bag. I'm very familiar with the wear and tear of this bag. I'm very, very familiar with I'm very familiar with this bag. Okay, so let's go and get started. I want you to see all my things are in there. Well, I think everything except my key holder is in there, but my 4 of my 5 essentials are in there. So I want you to see, this is how much sag I have. I don't really have it organized or anything. It's just in there. So you can see everything's a little bit saggy. You got a lot of shape happening. It does get a little bit flat here. Gets a little bit flat there, but love it no matter what. Okay, so let me take everything out and I'll just kind of show you. I've got my makeup case. You guys have seen this all. If you want to know what's in my bags, watch my handbag essentials video. And I go through everything. I explain kind of how I organize everything. So let me just throw the Base Shaper in there. So this one is a kind of like a combo. Not only is it a shaper, it's got the walls, but it's also an organizer. It's got a ton of pockets all around, and then the bottom is a harder kind of plastic. So it's gonna create the bottom from sagging, the walls from collapsing, and then also give a little bit of organizing. Now I got this one on Etsy. Again, I bought it about 3 years ago. I know the company's still in business. It's about 80 bucks or so, but honestly, there's a ton of different companies, and why am I having such a hard time? There's a ton of different companies that sell Speedy organizers. Literally just Google Speedy organizer, Speedy Base Shaper if you're really, really interested. But okay, so I put it in there, and so immediately upon putting it in there, the Speedy instantly kind of takes its shape. One thing about the Base Shaper or this specific organizer is it is in there. Yes, it's touching the walls, but it's not like pushing against the walls to keep it like really, really tight. It's not, but it's in there. You can see. It's a really, really good fit. So I'm gonna throw my 4 items in there. I'm not gonna put anything in the organizer pockets, but I just wanna show you with the 4 items that I had in there just a second ago. Let me show you with them in there, again, with the Base Shaper, and show you the difference that it makes. Okay, instantly you can see the bottom is flat, and it's going to be. It's a flat, hard plastic bottom. It is no longer extremely sagging here. There is a little bit of a sag, but not much. The walls are soft, so it does keep the shape for the most part, but they're soft, so there's a little bit of movement that's gonna happen, of course. Okay, so why did I stop using the Base Shaper? So immediately upon purchasing this bag, the other bag, but this bag, 3 years ago, I bought the organizer from Etsy within a week or 2 of owning the bag. And at the time, I didn't have the setup that I currently have, which is my 5 essentials. And so I didn't have that setup. And so I needed something with a little bit of organizing, and so found this, it worked out, I bought it. I noticed pretty early on, within, I don't know, a month or 2 or 3, within the first couple of months, definitely not a significant amount of time, but within the first couple of months, I noticed some wear and tear. And the wear and tear could quickly be, the reason of the wear and tear could quickly be pointed at the base shaper, and here's why. Okay, one, if you notice, all of a sudden this bag becomes a little bit more of a structured bag. Nothing's wrong with structured bag. I'm all about a structured bag. If you've seen my collection, I love a good structured bag. But this particular bag is not necessarily meant for that. And so I do believe this is another thing to keep in mind. If you own Louis Vuittons, they use different canvases for different bags. And I think they do that for a reason. There's a reason why they use a thinner canvas on this bag and a thicker canvas on this bag and a more rubbery, softer canvas on this bag or whatever. There is a reason for that. They take into consideration the shape of the bag, the way that it's going to be worn. And so what I was noticing is the corners of this bag with the organizer in it. Ooh, that's my kitty cat. The organizer were creating a lot more wear and tear in these corners than needed to be. And so think about it. If you've got a bag that has very, very, very structured corners, and let's say you hit a wall, what's going to happen? You hit that wall and you're going to hit that one, and you're going to keep hitting that wall. Every time you hit something, that corner is a very weak spot, I guess you could say. It's very susceptible to damage. And so these corners become a weak spot. So now let's take that even further. Let's say that you buy those hard plastic, just the bases, and so they're like thick plastic and they're hard, and you put that there. Think about that line that you're creating there with that base shaper, that hard line with that canvas and that shaper, that all of a sudden this canvas is then susceptible to rubbing every time anything touches it. Especially if it's a bag you wear every single day. You're gonna get wear along that canvas, and a bean, just because of the colors of it, it just wears a little bit more. At least that's what I've shown. It wears a little bit more. You start to see the black corners. My bean has black, like a little bit of black, and your pieces are just gonna show a little bit of black wear and tear. And so the last thing you wanna do is create harsher lines to get more wear and tear in things like the corners, things like along this line. And so that's my train of thought. So now that you've seen what the base shaper, let me show you what I mean without the base shaper and how I feel that the corners are less susceptible. Okay, so yeah, once you take the base shaper out, and I have scratches all over my arms. I gave my cat a bath the other day. And, well, he's a cat, and it's a bath. He doesn't like them. They're not his favorite thing, but he got a little messy, and I had to give him a bath, and he was not happy. So, yeah, I have scratches all over my arms and my hands. It's awful. Look at that. Okay, so anyways. So now you've got, let me throw my things back in here. So now you've got all of your things in your Speedy without the base shaper. Okay. Now what happens if you hit a corner? What's gonna happen? It's gonna collapse. It's gonna soften. I'm not saying, I mean, if you rub a wall, you're gonna rub a wall, but it's not gonna be like that specific corner, like every time that corner's gonna get it. Now it's like it's gonna be a little bit more evenly distributed, so it's not gonna be pinpointed at that exact point every time. Yes, you're still gonna get some wear and tear. After I took the base shaper out, my corner still got wear and tear because it's just gonna happen. It's a handbag. I wore it for 2 years. It looked amazing. The amount of wear and tear that I got in that month or two using the base shaper and then the 2 years without the base shaper was probably the exact same. And so I just feel, I look at it like, why promote damage to it? Even if that damage is minimal, I just look at it like, if a bag was not meant to look like that, then just let it be. And so this is my new philosophy moving forward. If a bag was created to have movement, for the shape to change whenever you put your things in it, for the shape to change in the different ways that you carry it, then that bag is not meant for base shaper. Can you put an organizer in it? Sure. Depending on the style of the bag, maybe you can. But I just think that if a bag was meant to kind of be slouchy and saggy and kind of this, give that certain kind of casual slouchy look, then my opinion is, for me, I will not put a base shaper organizer in it. The only bags that I would put really an organizer, because they wouldn't need a base shaper, would be a more structured handbag. So obviously if you got something that's a little bit, if you have something that's a little bit more structured, then it wouldn't need a base shaper because it's a structured bag. But putting an organizer in it, it's different. So if you could find an organizer that is soft, that is still going to allow you to get the organization that you want, but keep the bag soft, that's one thing. I don't know how easy that's going to be to find, but for me, I will no longer use a base shaper or organizer in my Speedy. And actually, I don't think I have too bad of sag. I love the sag. I think it's nice. I think it kind of lends to a more of a casual look. And so I've just been really happy with the bags as they are. And so I know I tried, it didn't work for me. There are pros to it, obviously, but I think that even if the one con is the possibility that you could cause more damage over time to your bag, even if that is just a small possibility, even if the list of pros are this long, I feel like that one con, for the price of the bag, it's not worth it to take that risk. And so for me, I came up with a different way. I now have my 5 essentials. I stay very organized with them. And then I use the bags as they were meant to be used. And so that's really what I do. I mean, you guys do whatever works out for you. I just want to tell you my experience and something for you guys to be careful with if you are using a organizer or a base shaper. So anyways, I hope I answered all your questions. If you have any questions, please comment below. If you haven't already subscribed, please do so. And follow me on Instagram. I will see you guys soon. You have a great day. Thank you.